Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So, in the last lecture, we have discussed about the one form. Okay. So, what are the one form? What are the differential forms we have studied? And the next thing we have seen is what is the effect if you are having f is a real valued function. Then what will be df? Df is also a one form. That is a function defined from set of all tangent vectors to real valued function. Okay, and we have seen that if instead of having any function f, if suppose I have, if suppose I have xi, okay, instead of xi you can say it is as x y z. These are nothing but the functions defined on E3 space, that is a real valued function defined on E3 space. Then dxi vt, that is these are also working as a one form, which is equal to we have proved, okay, with the help of delta ij. You remember? So we have proved this as dxi vp is a vi. That what are vi's? Vi's are nothing but your coordinates of your vector v, that is v1 v2 v3, correct? So we are knowing what are v1 v2 v3, these are the real numbers. So what is a resultant? One form applied on a tangent vector, resultant is a real form, real number. That is, this is what you have one form, and this is a tangent vector. Okay, why I applied the one form on a tangent vector? Because we know that for any one form we have a domain is a TP of E3 or set of all tangent vector to real valued function. So resultant is real valued function. So here you can take any tangent vector. So in the last lecture we were discussing about the result that we have to prove that phi is equal to summation over I fi dxi. Okay, we have to prove that a one form phi it is equal to this one, and we have been provided that phi is a one form. What are the given things? Phi is a one form given to us, and what is the next thing provided to us? Fi is equal to phi of ui. What are ui? Ui's are nothing but your natural frame field. We know it, no? 1 0 0 0 1 0. These are your ui's. Okay, now what is our aim to prove that? We have to prove this result. So if I want to prove LHS is equal to RHS, let me start with the phi and we will prove it is equal to summation over I fi dxi. Any doubt up to this one?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if not, what we will start? We will apply this one form phi on a tangent vector VP and we will see the result. If phi is a one form, it is applied on a tangent vector VP. Let me start with the LHS and we will prove it is equal to RHS. Okay. So phi VP, and now we have to prove, we have to use a one result which we have proved in the initial lecture, that any vector or any a vector field can be written as a linear combination of a natural frame fields vi ui. So here this is also one tangent vector, or other we can say this is supposed with xyz. So xyz can be written as x100, then plus y010, right, plus z001. Is it okay with this one? Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
everyone getting me? Okay, so we can write any tangent vector as a linear combination of a natural frame field. So we can write this as summation over I vi ui at a point P, because we are discussing on a point P. Okay, so now we know that phi is a linear. Okay, in the last lecture we have studied what are the properties of phi. As phi is a linear, we can write what are given to us. These are your real numbers and these are vector field, right? These are your real numbers, right? Because vi's are nothing but the coordinates of a tangent vector v, no? Now what are ui's? Ui's are the natural frame fields, or we can say that it is a vector field. Yes, or we can say it is a spatial vector field. Now we can apply the one condition or one property of a one form, which we have seen in the last lecture. Let me write down that property here somewhere. What is the property we are going to use? Phi of fv plus gw. Yes, everyone remember with this property we have seen in the last lecture. So f as it is phi of v plus g as it is phi of W. Okay, right? So this property I'm going to use, you have to use as a reason here. Okay. So what we can say, this f and g are the real valued functions. So instead of f and g, we have a real numbers. So we can keep them outside and we can write it is summation over I is common to both the terms and phi of ui at a point P. Any doubt for this step?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so simply what we have done, we have just used the property of a your one form. Okay, this summation over I vi as it is. Now everyone know that what is given to us. Yes, from the given thing we have Fi is equals to phi of ui. In the theorem we have been provided that Fi is equals to phi of ui. So I can write here Fi at a point P, right? So from where we have started? We have started with what? We have started with phi of Vp is equals to what we get summation over I Fi Vi at a point P, right? So this is what your LHS. Let me name it as equation 1. Now let us go for the RHS. What is given in the RHS? Yes, what is there in the RHS? Fi dxi, correct? Now, if we are applying the tangent vector Vp on one side, right? यहाँ पे भी आपको tangent vector Vp apply करना है और इसका result हमें मिल गया, right? So here also I have to apply a tangent vector Vp. Yes, everyone getting me? दोनों जगह पे आपको phi is applied on a tangent vector Vp as well as summation over I Fi dxi is applied on a tangent vector Vp. So we are getting the two equation. If two equations are equal, then we say that LHS is equal to RHS. Okay. So okay, let me write down this Fi dxi at a tangent vector Vp. So what will be the result? It is equal to, right? This is what your summation over I Fi dxi at a Vp. Now we know that Fi is a real valued function which can we keep outside. Now I can apply dxi on a tangent vector Vp. Now here this term we have already studied, right? In the last lecture, we have studied this with the help of a delta Ig, right? Kronecker delta, which we have studied in the paper of a classical mechanics, right? So how to write down dxi Vp? Yes, how to write down dxi Vp? It is with the help of our formula. What is our formula for df? It is nothing but dpf, which is equal to, what is the formula for directional derivative? It is summation over I vi dou f by dou xi. As I is used already, so we will use some another parameter. So that's why by running the summation and all, we will get the result as काय मिळणार आहे result? Yes, dxi vp को अप्लाई करने के बाद क्या रिजल्ट मिला था हमें लास्ट लेक्चर में?
VI.
Vi, no? In the initially, in this lecture also I have written this. Dxi Vp is nothing but summation over J. Yes, we can write it as Vj dou f. F की जगह पे यहाँ पे क्या लिखना है? Xi, right? Instead of f, we have to write it as Xi with respect to now Xj. Now this is what Kronecker delta. X1 with respect to X1 1 होगा. Why? Because it is a partial derivative. Derivative of x1 with respect to x2, or if you are confusing, let me write down in another way, right? Suppose you want to find out derivative of x with respect to y, काय येणार आहे result?
Zero.
Okay, 0. So in the very similar way, you can see here x1 with respect to x2 is 0, x1 with respect to x1, or you can say x with respect to x. What will be the result? Derivative of x with respect to x will be 1. All others are 0. So hence we can get this as again we are getting this as summation over I Fi Vi, right? Fi as it is hoga, right? And value of this dxi Vp, just now we seen it is a Vi now at a point P. Now this is what your equation 2. Now comparing the equation 1 and 2, what you can see? Yes. RHS are same?
Yes, ma'am.
summation over I fi vi at a point P. So you can write that from equation 1 and 2, we can see the RHS are same, and hence we can say phi of Vp will be equal to summation over I fi dxi at a tangent vector Vp. Now we know that Vp is any tangent vector from your dp of E3, hence we can generalize the result as phi is equal to summation over I fi dxi, and hence the result. Okay, any doubt for this result? What you have to do, just you have to prove the two things are equal, LHS is equal to RHS. So you have to apply phi on Vp as well as summation over I fi dxi on a tangent vector Vp, and use some properties and result, and you will get the phi is equal to summation over I fi dxi. Yes, any doubt?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, if not, let me go for the next one. That is, if f is a differentiable function on E3, what is given to us? If f is a differentiable function, then show that. What is our aim to show that? Df is equal to summation over I dou f by dou xi dxi, right? Df is equal to summation over I dou f by dou xi dxi, right? We have to prove this result. Now I hope everyone is knowing this result. सबको पता है ना ये result? We have used it many times in our BSc. That is df is equal to dou f by dou x dx plus dou f by dou y dy
dy.
plus dou f by dou z dz. Okay, many times we have used this result. So if we have used this result many times, so just here we have to prove this result that df is equal to summation over I dou f by dou xi dxi. Now don't be confused about xi. Your x1 is nothing but your x, x2 is nothing but your y, and x3 is nothing but your z, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So f is a differentiable function and df is a one form. We have to prove that this df is a one form which can be written as summation over I dou f by dou xi dxi. Okay. So if I want to prove this, let me start again. As df is a one form, I can apply df is a one form on a tangent vector Vp, which will be equal to, which is equal to Vpf. We have seen this in the last lecture. Okay, because what is df? That is directional derivative. Sorry, what is this one? Directional derivative function f in the direction of a tangent vector Vp. Here also it is a derivative in the direction of a tangent vector Vp. So that's why this one form on a tangent vector Vp is equivalent to your directional derivative. Okay, one form on a tangent vector Vp is equivalent to your directional derivative. So what is the value of your directional derivative? What we have found the result? It is equal to summation over I vi dou f by dou xi. We proved this result after the definition of your directional derivative on a tangent vector. Okay. Right, so this let me name it as some equation 1, because here also we have to prove the result in the very similar way. You start with LHS and you get one equation. Again you have to perform the same thing for the RHS. Now let me go for the RHS. What is there in the RHS? It is summation over I dou f by dou xi dxi. Yes. Again we have to apply this on a tangent vector Vp, क्योंकि दोनों जगह equal operation करना पड़ेगा ना हमें, equality है, right? So I have to apply tangent vector Vp here as well as here. We have got the equation 1 by applying a tangent vector Vp on here. That is df, that is one form applied on the tangent vector Vp. Now here also I have to do the same thing. Okay, applied on the tangent vector Vp, and then we get, what we get, summation over I, right? And here we get dou f by dou xi dxi, right? And this is what we are tangent vector Vp, right? Now this dxi's are the one form. So now I can write this is what summation over I dou f by dou xi evaluated at a point P, and dxi evaluated on a tangent vector Vp. Again, we know the result. What is the value of dxi Vp?
VI.
Yeah.
Yes, so it is equal to Vi, right? So hence, we can say this is what your equation 2. So from equation 1 and 2, what we can get, it is equation 1 is summation over I Vi dou f by dou xi. What is equation 2? It is also summation over I Vi dou f by dou xi. Correct, no? सिर्फ vi
Yes,
का
ma'am.
पोजीशन चेंज हुआ है, बट प्रोडक्ट में अलाउड है ना, a into b is equal to b into a commutative property, because we are discussing on a real line R3 or E3 space. Okay, real line पे ही होगा ना सब R3 E3 and real valued function. So hence we can say that from equation 1 and 2 we get the result as, what we get the result, LHS is equal to RHS, which is equal to df applied on a tangent vector Vp, which is equal to summation over I dou f by dou xi dxi applied on a tangent vector Vp. As Vp is any tangent vector from here, Tp of E3, or which is any vector form where E3 is space. So hence we can generalize the concept, and hence we can get the result as df is equal to summation over I dou f by dou xi dxi. Okay. Okay, now everyone solve the examples with me so that the idea will be clear about the one form, how the one form will be converted to a tangent vector, because repeatedly I am saying that this will be working as a machine which convert a tangent vector to a real number. So everyone, I hope everyone solving the example. So let us write the example, evaluate the one form. Okay, we have been provided with the given things that phi is equals to x square y dx plus y dy plus z square x square dz. Evaluate the one form on a vector field V, on a vector field. Evaluate the one form on a vector field V. You can say it is on a vector field V equal to x square u1 plus y square u2 plus z square u3. Okay, so phi is a one form which is applied on a vector field V. What is our aim to evaluate? We have to evaluate phi of V. Yes, everyone getting? Evaluate the one form on a vector field means what? We have to evaluate phi of V. Okay. Okay, let me write down what is phi. What is phi? X square y dx, right, plus y dy plus z square x square dz. Okay, if I want to evaluate this, what I have to do? Phi of v I have to evaluate. So for that one, we must know some of the results so that we can apply this. Okay, what are the results? We must know that any vector field can be written as a linear combination of the natural frame field. So what will be this one? This is what your V1, this is V2, and this is what your V3. Barobar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now here phi of V. We will keep V as it is because we know some of the result that we can apply here. So hence I can write here this x square y will be as it is. Right, these are real valued function, no? Okay, let me write down the reason for this step. What will be the reason for this step? Fi plus g psi scalar multiplication, no? On a vector field V, what is the result? F as it is phi of V. यहाँ पे भी dx एक वन फॉर्म है, dx को हम वेक्टर फील्ड पे अप्लाई कर रहे हैं. एक्स स्क्वायर वाई विल बी ट्रीटेड एज अ फंक्शन. बरोबर ना? आहेत का सगळे?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so dx applied on a vector field capital V plus y is a real valued function. Again, we can keep it as it is. Dy is a one form applied on a vector field V, right? Again, plus What is remaining? Z square x square is a real valued function. Dz is applied on a vector field V, and then what we get? Yes, it is equal to x square y. Now, can anyone tell me what is the result dx, dy, and dz on a vector field V? Just now we have seen no dxi applied on a tangent vector vp on a vector field, because vector field पे apply कर रहे हो मतलब you are going on a point wise application itself, no? So if we are applying dx on a whole vector field, that is equivalent to apply on a tangent vector vp. So we can use this definition dxi vp. काय होता result is equal to
VR.
VR, no? Okay. So dx applied on a v, or you can say dx vp, dy vp, dz vp. So what will be dx v? It is
VX. X square.
right. dy v v2 असणार आहे. Z square x square as it is, dx is, dz v will be v3. आता आपल्याला v1 v2 v3 माहिती आहे ना. What is v1? Coefficient of u1. What is
X square.
v2? Coefficient of u2. What is v3? It is coefficient of u3. Okay, just let me write down this one. X square y as it is. What is the value of a v1 we have? It is equal to x square plus y as it is. Value of a v2 we have is y square plus x square z square as it is. Value for v3 we have, it is a z square. So hence we get it is equals to y x raised to 4 plus y cube plus x square z raised to 4, and hence we get the result it as phi of v, that is one form applied on a vector field. हम जब भी एग्जाम्पल सॉल्व करते हैं तो हम ये भूल जाते हैं कि रिजल्ट हमें क्या मिलना चाहिए, बिकॉज initially we have studied what we have studied. We know that one form applied on a vector field must be a real valued function. बरोबर ना? Yes, whether you got the real valued function.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what are your x, y, z? These are real valued functions, no? X, y, z real valued function है, so hence with their addition, subtraction सभी real valued function होंगे ना. Scalar multiplication, vector addition, scalar multiplication. So phi is a one form applied on a vector field. You get it is as a real number. Okay, whenever you are solving any example, after the definition, after the theorem, after the result, after the lemma, so you should verify कि आपने जो लेमा में पढ़ा था, जो थ्योरम में पढ़ा था, या जो रिजल्ट में पढ़ा था, वो एक्चुअली में एग्जाम्पल में मिलता है या नहीं. Okay, so let us go for the next example. That is, we have to apply phi is the same in this case. Simply w is a change. So you can write down the value of w, or the vector field w as a cos x u1 plus z square u2 plus y u3. Now I will come to know that how many of you writing, because now I will not write the phi here. Okay, जिसने लिखा है एग्जाम्पल सॉल्व करते वक्त वो उसी के पास phi की वैल्यू होगी. So now you have to solve it and tell me what is the value of a phi of w. Solve it and tell me what is phi of w.
x square into y into cos x plus
y
z
cos
square
x plus z square y plus
square y
z square
plus
x square y.
Can anyone tell me who is answering this? Yes. Who told the answer now?
Rutuja and me.
Okay. Yes. Let me write down the answer so that you can verify. X square y cos x plus yz square plus yx square z square. Yes, everyone got the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Z
Yes,
square,
ma'am.
y square.
Where you get z square y square?
Second term.
Okay, y is as it is, no? What is there in your phi? Phi में second term क्या है? Y dy है ना?
Yes, ma'am, sir.
Okay, what is the value of dyw? dyw क्या होगा आपका? W2. W2 में क्या value है?
Z square.
W2 का value z square है ना? So y as it is, right? dyw, right? Y as it is, dyw का value क्या है आपका? Z square. So it is yz square, correct, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I hope you are solving the example. Yes, anyone having a doubt for this one?
No, ma'am.
Simply we have to evaluate the dot product like that. Okay. Let us now go for the next one. That is, now we have to use that df. Okay, df is equal to dou f by dou x dx plus dou f by dou y dy plus dou f by dou z dz. Okay, again you can write this example. Compute the differential of f. Compute the differential of a function f and find the directional derivative and find the directional derivative of a function f. Okay. Now what is a function f provided to us? A function f is given to us as xy square minus yz square. At a tangent vector vp we have to do this. Okay. Compute the differential f at a tangent vector vp and find out the directional derivative. Okay. Now how to find out df? We everyone know that what is df? It is dou f by dou x dx plus dou f by dou y dy plus dou f by dou z dz. Yes. Now what is the value for derivative or partial derivative of f with respect to x?
Y square.
Yes, y square. Y square, this is dx as it is plus derivative of a function f with respect to y. Okay, so it is 2xy minus z square, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Derivative f with respect to z,
2zy minus.
minus it will be, no? Minus 2y z dz, right? So we get the value of df. Okay, first part we have completed. Okay, next what we have to find out? We have to find out the directional derivative, dpf. Yes, can you find this directional derivative function f in the direction of a tangent vector vp by using the formula, by using the definition itself? Try to do this. F is xy square minus yz square. You have to find out directional derivative. What is VPF? VPF, we know that it is equal to summation over I vi dou f by dou xi. Correct? I can write in the form of a summation like this. Now let me expand this. So what I get, v1 dou f by dou x plus v2 dou f by dou x plus v3 dou f by dou z. Sorry, here it should be dou f by dou y and dou f by dou z. All evaluated at a point P. Yes. Now what is the value of v1?
v1 y square.
Yes. Yes, what you told?
Ma'am, dou f by dou x value I square.
No doubt that is correct. But what is our aim to find out? We have to find out the value of VPF, no? So I'm asking you, what are the V1, V2, V3? We can write this V1, V2, V3 as this is dx Vp. Instead of V1, I can write this as dx Vp dou f by dou x plus V2, I can write dx, dy Vp dy Vp dou f by dou y as it is, correct, plus value of V3 I can write it as dz from the formula. Which formula I am using here?
Is equal to vi.
So by this formula I can write this result. Okay. Now, as we know that we are applying this on any point P in the space, that is dou f by dou x at a point P. So these are the values you have to evaluate at a point P. So now we can say that we can write this as dou f by dou x dx plus dou f by dou y dy, right, plus dou f by dou z dz, and this at a point P or a tangent vector Vp we can take outside. Right. And what is the value of this one? Can anyone tell me? Just now we have evaluated. This is nothing but your DF, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And hence we can say that your DF is nothing but your PPF. And hence the result. Simply the question is confused. Question में क्या दिया है आपको? पहले आपको DF find करना है and then find the directional derivative. But we know that DF and directional derivative both are same. Okay, so what you have to do, first you have to calculate the value of df and then vpf का formula लिखना है और v1 v2 v3 के values dxi vp is equal to vi के form में substitute करना है, right? And tangent vector vp at a point p we are evaluating, so you can take it outside of this bracket and we get the result. Okay. Okay, this is a very easy question. Everyone has done this many times. Express the differential of the following function in the standard form. Express the differential of the following function in the standard form. In the standard form. What is the standard form? Summation over I. Fi dxi is a standard form. Let me give the functions. X square plus y square plus z square raised to half. Second one is tan inverse of y by x. Okay. Express the differentials in the standard form. That means you have to find out the df. And you have to write down in the standard form summation over I fi dxi. Can you do this? क्या करना है आपको? सिर्फ df के वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करना है ना फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड एग्जांपल में, राइट? df इज इक्वल टू का एसएल df अगेन द सेम फॉर्मूला dou f by dou x dx plus dou f by dou y dy plus dou f by dou z dz. क्या करना है? ये सॉल्व करने के बाद हमको सिर्फ स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मेट में लिखना है, राइट? दिस फॉर्मूला जस्ट नाउ इन दिस लेक्चर वी हैव प्रूव्ड, नो? समेशन ओवर I fi dxi. ओके. Where we have proved this? The first result in this lecture, phi is equal to summation over I fi dxi. Okay, what is the value of dou f by dou x if you can see the first function? सांगा काय येणार आहे डेरिव्हेटिव्ह ऑफ f with respect to x?
X square plus Y square plus Z square upon 2 into 2x.
It is raised to 1/2. Can you repeat
Yes, ma'am.
what you have told?
X square plus Y square plus Z square upon 2 into 2x. But raised to 1/2 is there.
Okay, how to evaluate the derivative of root x?
And x raised to
1
n
by
minus
root
1.
Yes, yes. 1 by
root x.
1 by 2 root x. Okay. ये वाला क्या है एक्स स्क्वेअर प्लस वाय स्क्वेअर प्लस झेड स्क्वेअर याचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह कसं करणार आहेत मग
1/2 root x square plus y square plus z square into 2x.
1/2 x square plus y square plus z square into derivative of this function with respect to x. Partial derivative है ना. So all other terms will be constant. With respect to y और z 0 आएगा. With respect to x derivative क्या होगा 2x ना
2x.
plus sorry this dx as it is plus what is the next term we can write this as 2y divided by 2 under root of this x square plus y square plus z square dy plus next again 2z divided by the same term into dz. Okay, now you have to just write down in the standard form. So for that one, what we will assume f is equals to under root of x square plus y square plus z square, right? So which is equals to df. I can write this as uh, this 2 get cancelled and we remains with x dx plus y dy plus z dz divided by what is the value f. F is nothing but you have this one, no? And hence we have written this in the standard for summation over I fi dxi. Okay? Can you do this for the second one? Tan inverse of y by x is the next example. You have to do the very similar things, whatever we have done here. येते का सॉल्व करायला हॅलो yes am I audible to everyone can you hear me
Yes, ma'am.
solve kara second example and tell me the answer how you can write in the form of summation over I fi dxi. Just now we have written this in this format, no? ये समझ में आया ना सबको फॉर्मेट f को सिर्फ अंडर रूट का जो टर्म है वो उसको सिर्फ f के फॉर्म में लिखा है 2 गेट कैंसिल एंड वी कैन राइट दिस एज x dx plus y dy plus z dz. So f क्या होगा आपका x f1 f2 f3 एंड dx1 dx2 dx3. ये जो fi है ना ये वाला है f1 f2 and f3 and what are your dxi's here this is dx 1 2 and 3 और ये कॉमन टर्म है f. Okay, do this for the same second example. I hope you are knowing the derivative of tan inverse of y by x.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, can anyone tell me the answer? डेरिवेटिव tan इनवर्स का क्या होता है? 1/1 प्लस वाई स्क्वायर
X square.
हाँ 1/1 प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर होता है ना. एक्स स्क्वायर की जगह पे यहाँ पे क्या है? वाई बाय एक्स है, तो आपको वाई स्क्वायर अपॉन
minus
एक्स. And derivative of y by x also you have to write down. What is the derivative of y by x minus y upon x square? और आपको सिर्फ उसको x समेशन हो रहा है एफ आई डी एक्स आई के फॉर्मेट पे लिखना है. ओके
minus y dx plus x dy upon 1 plus y square.
करेक्ट. Yes, anyone else getting the same answer? So in the next lecture, what we will do, we will see one result based on this example. Okay, अभी तक हम लोग क्या करते थे? Examples बाद में solve करते थे ना result जो भी theorem and result. Now we will see one result, very important result related to this one. With the help of getting the example के through हमने generalization किया है. Okay. Now for this last 5 minutes you can wait and we will see the notes that I have provided you on the Google Classroom about your Scilab practical. बघितलेत का
मैम वो
notes?
लास्ट स्टेप्स समझ में नहीं आया.
कौन सा last step?
वो समेशन एफ आई डी एक्स आई फॉर्म में लिखना है ना, तो उसका
What you don't understand from this summation? Okay, df को कैलकुलेट करना है ना. df is nothing but your 1/1 plus y square upon x square. डेरिवेटिव y by x कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं? डेरिवेटिव y by x y upon x square with the negative sign, right? dx plus, right? Next term is 1/1 plus y square upon x square. Okay, derivative of this with respect to y. With respect to y क्या होगा? 1/x as it is, correct? dy as it is. Okay. So df is equals to, how to write this? Now you have to just take an LCM and you get simplify the result as this is what your x square upon x square plus y square. ये x square को सिर्फ multiply करना है, so it will also go here. And here what we have minus y upon x square. Actually this is what a derivative of this y by x. So you have to write this in the bracket plus again you get here x square upon x square plus y square. Again here you have dy by x as it is, correct? So this x square get cancelled and here x get cancelled, right? And what I get the result, this is as x dy minus y dx, or you can write the result as what you can write, minus y dx plus x dy divided by x square plus y square. Writing in the form of summation over I fi dxi means, ये एफ आई डी एक्स आई मतलब क्या होता है एक्चुअली में, अगर आप इस समेशन को एक्सपांड करोगे तो क्या मिलेगा, एफ वन डी एक्स वन प्लस एफ टू डी एक्स टू प्लस एफ थ्री डी एक्स थ्री, राइट. और यू कैन राइट दिस एज एफ वन डी एक्स प्लस एफ टू डी वाई प्लस एफ थ्री डी जेड. ओके, सो डी एक्स डी वाई डी जेड एक अलग जगह पे होना चाहिए, एफ वन एफ टू एफ थ्री उसके कोएफिशिएंट्स होना चाहिए. यहाँ पे हमने वैसे ही लिखा ना, y अपॉन दिस टर्म प्लस dx, ये आपका f1 हो गया और ये वाला आपका f2 हो गया, बरोबर. यस संजना.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, इज इट ओके विथ नाउ?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, सो जस्ट यू हैव टू राइट डाउन इट एज अ dx dy dz और उसके कोएफिशिएंट अलग होना चाहिए, f1 f2 f3. Okay, let me show you one the notes of the Scilab which you have to do for the practical sessions. I hope you can see this one, Scilab for the beginners, in your Google Classroom also. Let me share you the screen. Okay, so as I told you, we are also new for this Scilab and all. We have done some workshop and all because MSc में हम लोग को ये नहीं था ना, so we haven't studied. So we are also doing a study with you people. So what you have to do, this is what the introduction of Scilab and everything, whatever the interface look like. Okay, initially उन्होंने interface कैसे दिखता है वहाँ से start किया, right? If you download this on your laptop or software, अगर आप लैपटॉप पे या पीसी पे डाउनलोड करते हो तो उसका विंडो ऐसे दिखता है, क्योंकि हम अगर मोबाइल में यूज करोगे तो वो थोड़ा डिफरेंट दिखेगा, राइट. So they just show you how it looks like. Then we have to start with the programs. Okay, simple numerical calculations उन्होंने दिखाए हैं, addition, subtraction, और we have to apply square root के लिए क्या लिखना है. It is very similar to your latex. Square root के लिए SQRT लिखते थे ना अपने latex में. So here also we have to do the same thing. But here it will calculate. वहाँ पे हम square root ऐसे लिखते थे सिर्फ, वो सिर्फ इंटरफेस था जहाँ पे हम सब लिख सकते थे. यहाँ पे कैलकुलेट भी कर सकते हैं, राइट. इवन वी कैन गिव वन फंक्शन एंड वी कैन ड्रॉ द ग्राफ्स ऑल्सो. अगर हम फंक्शन देंगे और उसका आउटपुट देखना चाहेंगे तो हमको ग्राफ भी मिलेगा, which is in the next version. In the MATLAB also you can see this. Okay, square root of 9, you can see the result as 3. दिसतंय ना सगळ्यांना screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Next we have to if you want to write down value of e or pi, so you have to write down percentage before them. So if you write percentage e, percentage pi और उसके बाद इक्वालिटी, मतलब आप जब प्रोग्राम रन करोगे तो आपको पाई का वैल्यू और ई का वैल्यू दिखाएगा, राइट? बट दिस विल नॉट हैपन इन द लेटेक्स. लेटेक्स में सिर्फ आपको जो प्रेजेंट करना है या बीमर अगर फाइल बनाना है तो वो प्रेजेंटेशंस और जो भी आप लिखना चाहते हो उसके लिए ठीक है. यहाँ पे आप कैलकुलेशंस कर सकते हो, राइट? You can see here 2 plus 3 into I, so it will give you into or percentage I. Okay, whenever you want to write down the complex number, you have to write down a percentage sign before that, and into ka sign. So what is the resultant? 2 plus 3I, 1 plus square root of 5 by 2. So it will give you the answer as 1.618034. तो आपको क्या करना है, ये आपके जो मैंने आपको एक लिंक प्रोवाइड किया था साइलैब के लिए, जो ओपन होता है आपके मोबाइल फोन, एंड्रॉइड फोन, कहीं पे भी ओपन हो सकता है. So you just run this small program, right? 2 plus 3I लिख सकते हो, square root of 5 you can calculate, right? You just write in very small programs and try to run this, so it will be easy for you whenever we are going to teach you a very large programs, exponential of 10, right? Or we can say factorial of 10. Factorial of 10 का आंसर वो दिखाएगा, sorry, exponential of 10 divided by factorial of 10. Okay, next is it will show you what are there in the settings. Control, interpret, then control में क्या होता है, resume, abort, वो जब जो टर्म्स है हमारे विंडो पे उस सबका डिटेल डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया है उन्होंने. And what is there for the editors, and now you can see the how the outputs will look like. Okay, just like we can run the sequence also. यहाँ पे sequence भी आप दोगे तो उसका output आपको मिलेगा. Suppose sequence के कुछ starting के terms दोगे आप, तो आपको 10th term of the sequence, ऐसे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए ना हमने. स्टार्टिंग के कुछ टर्म्स दिए होते हैं एंड देन वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द nth टर्म ऑफ सीक्वेंस और 10th
Yes,
टर्म
ma'am.
ऑफ सीक्वेंस. सो यहाँ पे हमने जो एग्जांपल लिखा है u1 एंड द जनरल फॉर्मूला फॉर दिस सीक्वेंस, एंड यू कैन गेट द रिजल्ट व्हाट इज द 10th टर्म ऑफ द सीक्वेंस. सो आप यहाँ पे सब कुछ फिट कर सकते हो. और ये सी जस्ट नाउ आई टोल्ड यू दैट यू कैन ड्रॉ द ग्राफ्स आल्सो हियर. ग्राफिक विंडो आपको अवेलेबल है यहाँ पे. ओके, जो भी आप फंक्शन प्रोवाइड करोगे उसका ग्राफ भी मिलेगा आपको. ओके, सो यू कैन सी दिस सीक्वेंस जो भी हम टाइप किया है उसका ग्राफिकल इंटरप्रिटेशन भी मिलता है यहाँ पे, राइट? This is very useful for us because whenever you want to do a research, you cannot draw anything on a pages and then you cannot put this on your research paper. It will be looking bad, no? क्योंकि हमने हाथ से ड्रॉ किया है तो वो उतना अच्छा नहीं दिखेगा आपके रिसर्च पेपर में. So what you have to do, you have to run the program here, take a screenshot or just you can attach this one on your research paper. Okay, यहाँ पे छोटे छोटे programs दिए, just like what is the value of pi by 4. Okay, pi, e और percent iota अगर आप लिखना है तो आपको percentage sign include करना पड़ेगा, right? So this is very easy for Scilab for the beginners. So that's why the name is there, Scilab for the beginners. So here this is given to us as a how to write down the row vector, column vector. That means you have to write down the, how to write down the matrix. Matrix लिखना बहुत easy है यहाँ पे. M equal to 1 2 3 and then you have to give a semicolon and then write the next row. Okay. दिसतंय सगळ्यांना? Is it easy for you? Can you do this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, try to do this, and if you are having any doubt, we will take a practical session. Actually, we are somewhat busy for the NAC preparation. After the committee visit, we will take actual practical session. तब तक आप लोग अपना अपना start करो. No doubt we will conduct the practical session, but not a very big program we will run. We will start with a really small program. So how to write down pi, e, value of area of a square, area of a circle, like this small programs will do. You can also start with the small programs and then we'll go for the how to draw the graph and what is the result. So you can draw some 3D images also, so that we will go later on. Up to then you can start with this very small program. In the maybe in the month of October, Mac will visit, and after that we'll start the actual practical sessions. Okay, no doubt, don't think that we will not conduct a practical session. At least 1 or 2 practical will be there in every week. Why I've shown you this, because I have already shared this to on a Google Classroom, but uh, you will not get what you have to do for this one. Okay, यहाँ पे programs already उन्होंने दिया है, उसका output भी दिखाया है आपको, so you can understand how to write the program and how to see the output. Already I have shared you the link, or you can download this on your laptop or PC. If it is not available, it is also available on an Android phone. Just आपको program run करना है और नीचे execute का button होता है, and then you can see the result. Okay. So let me stop here. You can see the small programs on Scilab and try to do this. Okay, if you're having any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll end the lecture. Thank you.